Great coffee, folks. I love this cup as well. From Krakow, Poland. I was in Poland a few days ago. Spayed and neutered. That's what this video is going to be about. And it's going to be about my own dogs. It's not going to be about everybody else's dog, but about my dogs. Spayed and neutered on my dogs. Folks, been breeding these dogs for near or just about a quarter of a century. And I always wanted the best. I wanted to have the best dogs, and one of the things that, at the beginning I didn't breed dogs and sell dogs to anybody. If I sold one dog here and there to people that I knew at some point, I quickly learned to regret it. I regret it, and it was because they were breeding dogs the wrong way. All right, there's a lot of people out there breeding dogs, and the fact is they don't even know what they're breeding. To be honest with you, if you take one entire day to go out there, which I haven't done in a long time, I did it yesterday, and you go into the internet and you start watching different things, different places, you realize how crazy it is to see. I mean, you see groups of people when you have 20, 30, 40 people, and those 20, 30 people, they are fighting for a cause. They're going forward for something that they believe is the truth, and is really the opposite of the truth. I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. From guys that had dogs that are totally, completely not a real American Pitbull Terrier. Again, I will tell you, why the real Pitbull? Why not the real American Pitbull Terrier? I do have that as well, or the real APVT. Because the word Pitbull, whether it's Southern Kennels with Grand Champion Mayday or Chico Lopez with all his great dogs as well, we all started looking for a Pitbull. The roots of our careers started with a Pitbull. Believe it or not, my friend from Southern Kennels started with the dogs. He was looking for a Pitbull. He wasn't looking for an APVT. He wasn't looking for an American Pitbull Terrier. The roots of it was a Pitbull. And there were so many type of dogs even back then that you wanted to know what was the real Pitbull. With definition, you'll find what people call APVT or call the American Pitbull Terrier. Then with time, you discover that that's not enough. The dogs actually come in different levels, and there's such a thing as called as bloodlines. And then when you come into bloodlines, you really get into something special, because you get into people that believe in that particular bloodline. Every single bloodline out there, 99% of them, to better say, will have a great amount of mediocre dogs, to be honest with you. A little bit of good dogs, and maybe some of them at one point in the past had great dogs. Today, I doubt it, okay? But the majority of them are just dogs. I do believe that the American Pitbull Terrier got overbred, oversold to a lot of people. So the word real American Pitbull Terrier, it really says there are some real dogs that are Pitbulls, and there are a bunch of dogs that are not real. They're just Pitbulls. So just a Pitbull I don't have. I do have the real American Pitbull Terrier, and not only that, I had the very best of it. So when it comes to bloodlines, those bloodlines, each one of them have their own following. My particular dogs didn't have that much of a following, because I didn't sell dogs to people, so I didn't have clients cheering and saying Chico is great, these dogs are great. But the people that know about the American Pitbull Terrier, about the real American Pitbull Terrier, which is not the whole internet, they always knew that Chico had the best dogs in the world, his numbers, the beautiful dogs. I created this page, and I created this channel not too long ago, and we're coming out with amazing videos and amazing information that is accurate. The source is accurate, folks. And so there's a lot of people coming into my dogs right now. It's a lot of people coming in, but there's a force out there trying to prevent them to come into the truth. That's a force. It's a negative force. And I really don't want to address those people, because I call it the irrelevance. We have over 44,000 now, going to about 45,000 fans when I'm making this video. By the time you probably watch this video, it's probably going to be even more. But the thing you need to understand, that there's 2 or 3 trolls in the internet and every other forum hating Chico Lopez dogs. You must understand that when you have someone that's been in the dogs for 40 years, 50 years, 5 years, or 10 years, and that person, for some reason, feels like somebody else has something better, they feel like what they have done is really not good anymore. you know, what they have is very, very difficult for them to get rid of or to improve. So my dogs are sold as private property. They sold as, I don't know if you remember when Microsoft used to sell this Windows 95 computer program for your PCs. You know, it took millions of dollars and many engineers to develop such a program. But whenever you wanted to buy it for your own personal use, for your own personal computer, it was only $100, which it was just a small price for you to have it for yourself. You were not allowed to sell it to other people, share it with your company. It was not made for companies, otherwise it would be illegal. Well, my dogs is the same thing. You know, it took me a journey of about 25 years from my whole entire life. And when I tell you this, is not only my money invested in it, it's my entire family's money and friends and stuff like that that helped me build this bloodline. Chico Lopez dogs, the awesome Buck dogs, the Pac-Man dogs, the, you know, Ciega the Gray dogs, the awesome Mayday dogs, awesome Rodney dogs. This type of thing is tremendous. You know, 4 dogs of the year, all this truckload of grand champions and champions. You'll notice that most of the people that you know, the work to help me build my bloodline is just family, okay? People around me. And so when we did this, we created something special. It took a lot of money, and it cannot be just sold for the price of a puppy, the right for somebody to exploit it and break it and destroy it. I look at people's work back in 1994, back in 2004, in 2014, and I can tell there's a progressive, destructive system destroying every single bloodline. Any bloodline you take, Boyles, Eli, Red Boy, whatever you take is being destroyed. The breed itself is going through a destruction path. There was a guy that contacted me the other day and says, hey man, you know, and I said this on one of my groups, and I said, you know, this, you know, I have a dog that has a Colby bloodline, he has Mason, and has some other stuff, you know, from the past. And I said, you know, he said, how good is this dog? And I said, you know, you love him as a pet, go love it as a pet. He said, no, I want to know how good it is compared to the American people of today. I said, you know, things in life, the real American Pitbull Terrier has gone through a progressive system. So the progressive system made better dogs, just like car racing. My whole thing on competition is like car racing. You know, if you bring a car from, if you have a car today that it don't even shine on the racetrack, okay? And you take the car 20 years back, and it'll beat just about every champion in car racing. It's just that simple. You take the last position on any racetrack, and you take it 20 years back, and it'll beat any champion. This is for smart people, by the way. Most dumb people will not understand this, okay? And it's okay. I don't want everybody. I don't want all the dumb folks coming in around me, okay? Excuse me. So, with that being said, that means that things are progressive, but the bloodlines are being destructive. They destroy themselves, you understand? Because they destroy themselves because people that should not be breeding dogs are breeding dogs. So when this guy came and asked me and said about these dogs from the past, I said, you know, those dogs today, the people that actually own the breed, the real breed, are not the pet people. Don't think that you pet people own the breed. And you are by the thousands, by the millions. You are there and you're just making your noise and your stuff like that. You guys don't own the breed. You didn't create the breed. You benefit from the breed, and you benefit from watered down stuff that came from the breed. The breed is not yours. The breed is mine. I am a creator. Arturo was a creator. Victor Aker was a creator. Okay, Ed Hollingsworth was a creator. David Tan was a creator. I am a creator. We create the breed. What we breed, people see as a standard. It's not really a cookie cutter. Let me take a look at the dog. See how he looks. You know, I think, no. It's what we think. So if you give me a dog from the past right now, says, will you breed this dog, Chico? Will you take this bitch and breed it to your males and see if you create something? No, I wouldn't. You couldn't give it to me. Okay? And it's not that it's not a real American Pitbull Terrier. It was a real American Pitbull Terrier in the past. Today, doesn't feed my program, doesn't feed the program of the top elite dogmen in the world. So we run the breed. This is our breed. It was created, passed on to me by other dogmen. By definition, we protect today the mistakes that were created in the past. You know, where people just give people, oh, you take this dog for free. Take this like you take it 2 eggs or take it whatever, breed some roosters, some chickens. That I'm stopping that. I'm not allowing the people, the masses, the breeders to take my stuff and destroy everything they done in the past. They did the same with Jeep dogs. They did the same with Red Boy dogs. They did the same thing with many other bloodlines, Boils, whatever. They destroyed them. That's what they did. They're watering it down. They come with a great idea. They don't have the expertise. I'm sorry, you don't have the expertise. Just because you have 2 dogs, that doesn't mean you can just have sex and make some puppies and give them to the neighborhood and start selling them, make a website, hallelujah, 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 forever, forever. That ain't gonna happen. Not with my dogs. My dogs are not the common dogs. I work too hard. I travel around the world too many times. There's countries that have been there 16, 20 times already. Back and going with my dogs, testing, boom, 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 making them better and better every time. And I'm gonna take these beautiful dogs and I'm gonna give them to somebody that paid me a small fee or a price, whatever you wanna call it. Okay? And let that person start breeding it and selling it and sharing with all that. No, we're not gonna do that. So, because I sell my dogs as private stock means I look at the individual. I had a gentleman yesterday from Mexico call me, send me information through WhatsApp, bam, 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 bam. You know, it says, I want to get one of your dogs. I'm ready to pay right now. I understand your whatever. And I look at him and I said, my friend, you know, I'm not going to be able to sell your dog. Send me a picture of your Facebook. Send me a picture of Facebook. I look at it. I say, you're associated with every lowlife in the world. Every breeder. Every person that's selling dogs out there. Every guy that's practicing. I sell to people that have no attachments to breeding types. To people that are breeding dogs of any kind. So I do sell the dogs. And I want to sell. If you want to spay or neuter, we can work with that. Not a problem. You know, if I have a lot of dogs, which I haven't had that for a long time, you know, and I have a lot of puppies, I might work at discount and sell somebody something that's neutered. Okay? But generally, and up to this point, I haven't sold a single dog that's neutered or spayed. Okay? Because I want the person to own the dog. I want the person to have the dog for himself. I want the person to enjoy the dog. You understand? And, and it's very important that the person takes that and preserve it for his own family. You understand? So, do I sell dogs spayed and neutered? If you want to. Am I selling, are all my dogs spayed and neutered? No, they're not. They are sold to people that I trust and they have a contract and my name is in the papers. In other words, the papers that I have will not allow this person to start making all kinds of breedings. And I know some people back there, some nasty breeders are sending in straw buyers. I know that. They send a straw buyer to try to get a dog from me. It's that type, it's that important. They have to go through all of that in order to get something from me. And obviously they have a lot of hate and they're bitter. And you know, it's this thing when you have this guy that got the beat up, you know, horse, and he's the champion of the horse in the neighborhood. And all of a sudden you have a guy that's walking with a thoroughbred horse that just won the Triple Crown. He hates that horse. He hates that man because his presence make his barn horse look like crap. Although the man with the thoroughbred horse, with the Triple Crown winner, doesn't want to do nothing to the person, but the person feels offended. They're upset because somebody has something better than they ever had. They're upset because somebody can just call me right now and say, Chico Lopez, I want a dog. Qualify. Yes, you qualify. Boom, boom, the dog is in the way. Boom, you got the dog. That person can actually pick up the telephone and say, hello, Mr. Breeder, that you've been selling dogs around the world for 20, 30, 40 years. I think I got a better dog than the one you got. How is that? Yes, I just got a dog from Chico Lopez. Hang up the phone. Yeah, but you got a better dog than they have. The principles, the men behind, everything that has been done is unique. There's never been a better time to get an American Pitbull Terrier than today. Why? Because back in 1994, our family spent a lot of money to get the basis and we didn't have anything like that I'm breeding today. The dogs that I'm breeding today are tremendously amazing. Take a look at the videos. Give yourself a chance. Take a look at the videos. Take a look at the how do you call it, the testimonials. Take a look at the website. Go Instagram, Facebook. Take a look at the comments. Take a look at the person that I am. You know, my ways of being. You understand? So, and then you make up your whole story. You understand? But you're gonna see that most people that talk trash and try to deviate people and send them in a different direction, those people can shine my shoes when it comes to being a dog man. their better dog will not have a spot in my kennel. You understand? And it's because of quality and performance, nothing else. At this particular stage here, just the dog won't cut it. You gotta be top of the line. You gotta be consistent. You can even have a good dog, but if the cousin, the father, the mother, everything around is not of greatness, then you don't qualify. We at that level, folks. So make your own mind by looking at my channels and looking at the type of person I am. Okay? Whenever somebody tells you something, remember, the value of the source is very important. If the source that's talking to you is a so-called expert, going to different shows and stuff like that, and he doesn't have the real deal, you know, what can I tell you? All right, so remember, people working in jealousy out there. All my dogs are not spayed and neutered. You can call me. You need to qualify to be a good buyer. You know, a peddler will sell dogs to anybody. A breeder, a real dogman, we want to make sure he sells the dogs to good people, okay? And good people means not you shake my hands today and tell me you're good. No, my friend. Believe me, it's deeper than that. We need to make sure what you're made of, okay? You got to be someone like me. My whole thing right now is I'm looking for that rookie, that perpetual rookie, which is, I am the perpetual rookie, is looking for the daring rookie. That person that says, I want to buy 10 dogs from you, Chico. I'm going to do the best with these dogs. I'm going to, you know, take them to weight pulling shows, confirmation shows, you know, hunting shows, and make great dogs out of these dogs. Keep them for myself. Don't breed them out to any garbage, and don't share them with anybody. That's a perfect person. The other person that's perfect is the old man that coming from Oklahoma, the older gentleman, and says, I'm here with my wife, our children are gone, their grandchildren are not coming home anymore for some reason. We want to have a dog here because they would love dogs, but they can't have dogs in their subdivisions. So I always had an American Pitbull Terrier. I've been looking online for the last 2 years, and everything I saw, it was garbage. I found your channel. I typed Chico Lopez, I typed the real Pitbull, and it came out to you. And I found Chico Lopez, and I want to get dogs from you. I've been watching your videos for the last 7 months, and you had the dogs that I want. You had the dogs that it used to be what my grandfather used to have. Yours are even better. I want to get dogs from you. And I want my grandkids to come on, and I want a dog that will not bite them. I want a dog that will play with them. Okay? So, in that case, that's a perfect client. I'm not looking for the breeder. Breeders, you're not welcome. You're not welcome. You might be a great person, might be a great human being, but the practice of breeding dogs, I don't want it. People from the swamp, they used to call it the game. The swamp people, scumbags, thugs, drug dealers, lowlifes, criminals, rapists. That's what makes the swamp. They call themselves doggers. They call themselves dogmen. I know what a dogman is. And 99% of the people that call themselves dogmen, trust me, they're not. A real dogman is something very special. And it's so special that I created my own t-shirt that said back in 2011, that says, I'm not a dogman, I'm Chico Lopez. I couldn't be a dogman anymore because the people that call themselves dogmen were too trashy. Okay? So, going back to the topic, my dogs are not spayed and neutered. You can call me with all confidence. My number is 281-226-0370. My website, I give you the short link, 123pitbulls.com. Chico Lopez is my name. I love the American Pitbull Terrier more than you can even imagine. I've been around the world creating the very best of the American Pitbull Terrier. I've seen them all. I'll tell you something else. Respect your laws. I do not sell dogs for dog fighting. I don't sell them, okay? I've got my own thoughts about that. But I'm not going to share this on this video. But I tell you this, I know that probably a lot of you people in the United States watching this video, looking at your laws, don't do it. Don't get in trouble, don't do it. Just enjoy the dogs. You don't have to stick your hand in the swamp, okay? You don't have to do that. You don't have to deal with the swamp, with the criminals. You can buy a dog from me and skip all of that. Like Tito here in Brazil said it many times. If you had dogs and you love dogs and you had them for a long time, most likely your dogs are not at the standard of Chico Lopez dogs. So what you need to do is give them away, spay your dogs, give them away, get rid of everything you have, because everything you have didn't make you anything, didn't make you happy. You know you don't have a dog that's good as those dogs from Chico Lopez. Get rid of all of them and start buying dogs from Chico Lopez. That is a fact. Tito said that, all right? You take care, God bless you, and have a wonderful day. Chico Lopez, best friend.